No way. What is that?
I have no friggin' idea.
And welcome back to another Gettysburg ghost video. Today I compiled a whole bunch of videos that I think is some of the best examples of ghosts in Gettysburg. If you are still not convinced after this video, go check out my other video on Gettysburg. So this isn't really a part 2, you don't have to watch the other video before watching this one. This is just even more evidence that Gettysburg is a little bit haunted. Just a little bit. Number 1, the ghost of a woman. The poster of this photo claimed that they see the silhouette of a woman, which is not what you typically expect to see in Gettysburg. If you look at the Misty figure, this Redditor states that you can see a woman with a dress near the tree. But what do you think? Ghost in a field. This video is very interesting for several reasons. The first is that it looks very similar to another ghost video that I posted in my previous video. And in these videos, the ghost looks so realistic, it just feels too good to be true. But if you watched my previous video, you would have seen clips like this. When you compare the two videos, they are eerily similar. The ghosts are glowing white lights when it is either early in the morning or in the evening. But ghost photos and audio recordings don't only happen at night, as you will see in the next clip. Number 3. Run. In this clip, you will hear someone shouting. Even though it is possible that this could be a real-life human, screaming and running sounds are more appropriate for a battlefield than it does for exploring a historic site. But let's play it a few more times so you can decide. This one just gives me absolute chills. Ghost behind a tree. The next clip was taken by YouTuber Paranormal Polynesian, and in his video he caught a spirit peeking around a tree. Now let's take a look.
We're back. This is the actual footage. Look over at the tree over there now. There's nobody there at this point. I'm gonna go back over to the tree and zoom in and go a little bit slower so that you can see there's no head sticking out. When I was taking this video footage, when I was asking for things to show themselves, I never thought of a female energy being in this field because so many men died here, but I absolutely believe this is a Native American woman that we're seeing in this area. Here's my camera skills, they're really good. Let me just zoom back in there and see. And I'm just going back over and she's there now. And it's like she moves and pops down. Look. It's creepy. It's creepy.
Now, what I find interesting about this video is that there are clips where the figure isn't there. Meaning it can't be a tree branch that looks like a face from a distance, which is just beyond creepy. creepy. Also, if this is a woman, this is very spooky considering the reputation of Gettysburg has come from having ghosts of soldiers. This leads to the question, was Gettysburg a hotbed of paranormal activity before the battle? Or is this just a victim that was lost in the history books? Now, I find this clip very interesting because regardless of if it is a woman or not, I still think this is really creepy behavior for a regular human to do. If it was just a regular human walking around the battle site, I don't think they would be peeking around a tree like this, even if they're really shy. Now, let's say if they were really shy and they were hiding behind the tree, you would have seen them walking to the tree or walking around or leaving the tree or going back into the forest. It just seems really weird that this figure just seems to disappear into thin air. Ghost caught at night.
Hey, what is that?
I have no friggin' idea.
Did you get that on the camera?
It's recording.
Oh my gosh, did you see that?
Now this clip is very interesting, and Redditors are split on this one because some say that their responses sound scripted. Others believe that their response is genuine, but it is hard to tell what YouTube commentators believe because comments are turned off on YouTube. That being said, this is far from the only strange occurrence that happens at Gettysburg, and if videos like this surface daily. But it is up for you to decide. Is this too good to be true, or is this a genuine ghost video? So the next clip I'm going to show you is very, very similar to the last clip. It both involves ghosts being around Canon. And this video in particular is extremely popular, and many people have strong opinions about it, but let's take a look. Now, this video does look pretty compelling, but I do have one question. And that is this just a drop of water? Now, if you watch kind of the full clip or a longer portion of the clip, it looks like this distorted image is, on the window for a long period of time. And it's just due to the camera angle that it looks like it's almost like shooting out of the Canon. But that could just be me, but this clip is so popular and so many people claim that it is genuine. Now, the next photo is very interesting, and this was posted on Reddit, and you can find all the sources linked in the description box below, so you can see all the photos and videos uncut from their original, or I think most of the time it's original links, but you'll be able to find the full clips and videos and pictures in the description. So if you want to check them out for yourself, you can go check them out because I posted them all there. So this was posted in Unexplained Photos, and it's titled Gettysburg Ghost. I took this several years ago in Gettysburg on a ghost tour. If you zoom in on the figure, you can definitely see some parts are transparent. There was nothing there when I aimed the camera, just trying to catch orbs. This was right behind the Dobbin house, known for being haunted. So if you look at the photo here, it looks like there's some sort of weird figure, possibly wearing white. Some commenters were saying that it casts a shadow, but I'm not fully convinced if that's pair up lined with the shadow. It looks kind of like the shadow is in front of this being or this creature or whatever it is. So I don't know if the shadow is actually from this apparition. I mean, it could be, but if you look at it, it looks like a long continuous shadow in front of the figure, not necessarily, behind or beside the figure. It doesn't look like a full body apparition of like a person. It just kind of looks like this weird mist. It kind of maybe looks like legs walking forward, like one taking a step forward, but again, it's really difficult to tell. So do you think that this might be just a camera glitch? Do you think that maybe it actually is somebody, but due to the low lighting, the camera settings, something like that? Do you think that might be going on with this photo, or do you think it's a genuine ghost photo? Again, you can look at the link in the description to see the full photo yourself and read what people were saying on Reddit. But this one really stumped me, so I decided to leave it in this video. Now the next clip I'm going to show you, you can watch the full video on YouTube, and I'll have it linked in the description. And it is very spooky. For several reasons, it does catch some evidence of the paranormal, but for example, they think they caught two figures, and they think they caught some EVPs and things like that, or audio clips at least. I don't know if they would classify as EVPs, but there is one point where they think they capture a ghost that looks like a human. Now, it could be just a human walking in the field, but they say it just disappeared. So I'm gonna show you the clip, and I'm going to share something else why I think this clip is compelling. So just watch the clip first and I'll explain.
It's halfway out there. What the heck?
So when you watch that clip, it looks like a full body person. Now, this could be a reenactor. I've never been to the site before, so I don't know how common reenactors are, but it seems kind of strange that they're just in the middle of the field by themselves. I mean, they could be a reenactor, you know, on their lunch break or something like that, but just walking in the middle of a field is kind of interesting. This could not be a reenactor at all. This could be just a regular person exploring the site. Not necessarily a reenactor, but just, you know, someone who's enjoying the site. But I did find a story of someone who claims to see an apparition that looks like this. And it's a story, so I'm gonna read it to you, and we can kind of see the parallels between this story, what this person reported, and the video. So is this the same ghost? So the story was posted in Ghost Stories on Reddit, and it is titled, "Me and my dad and cousin saw a ghost in Gettysburg." No idea why I'm posting this, just figured why not tell it. I think this was when I was about anywhere between 8 and 12. I'm not sure, but me, my dad, and my cousin were in Washington, D.C. After a few days, we headed home and we had to go through Pennsylvania, so we decided, why the hell not go and stop in Gettysburg? We were standing near where the Abe Lincoln gave his address, and we all kept looking back at the statue because it felt like someone was watching us. That weirded us out, so we went into the small museum, I guess. It had stuff from the battle like cannons, cannonballs, even uniforms. We went into this area where the stuff was being held behind glass. The room was square-shaped and with a men and women's bathroom on each side. Anyway, we go in, my cousin had to use the washroom. Before he goes in, I look over and see an Amish man sitting in the small benches they built under the displays. Didn't think anything of it until I looked away for a second and looked back. He was gone. Mind you, this room is one way in and one way out, so he would have had to walk by me and my dad. We had asked our cousin if he saw him in the bathroom, and he said no. We looked in the whole building, even outside, and nothing. Now this was very freaky, and I've always wanted to go back to see if it would happen again. Now this is very interesting because this matches the description found in the video. Now again, it's impossible to say that this is 100% a ghost in either scenario in this story or in this video, but I felt like it was interesting. I read this story first and then I found the video and I'm like, I wonder if it's the same ghost. Like maybe not someone who was a soldier, but maybe someone who was a farmer. Ghost on a trail cam. This video shows several clips taken by a trail cam that was motion activated, so it would only start recording when it saw movement, and it caught some spooky things. Sachs Bridge ghost. Now, I have shown this bridge in my previous video, and it tends to be a common place for people to encounter ghosts. But what do you think of this image? Taken at night, you can see a white light in the shape of a person at the end of a tunnel. But is this a trick of the light, or is this a genuine ghost photo? Now, I did mention in my previous video that they captured this image, which is very spooky to me. It looks like a full apparition of a person. Now, I was watching some videos about the Sachs Bridge, and some people claimed, or there's an urban legend, it might be true, who knows, but some people say that there were a few soldiers who deserted and they were caught and then they were hung in the bridge. So that might be why this bridge is very haunted, or possibly has a lot of ghosts and paranormal activity. But it could just be the general vibes, and just Gettysburg just seems so haunted. I feel like there's so much craziness that happens at Gettysburg. I wonder if anyone ever did like a study to see kind of like what rocks and minerals are on the site, because maybe some of those can be conductors for paranormal activity. We know that certain materials and minerals and things like that can be conductors of electricity, so I wonder if there might be something like that going on there. If you like this video, make sure to hit subscribe. That way you never miss a paranormal upload from me. Also, make sure to check out my other Gettysburg ghost video if you haven't seen it already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.